How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I have for you guys the Justin Verlander debut. I will be going for World Series in this game, 879 rated, as you guys can see right there. I will be going over my team really quickly. We have Tony Gwynn leading it off, Rickey Henderson in left, second base Roberto Alomar, Frank Thomas, Pablo Sanchez, Ichiro, José Reyes, Lindor, and then here are my pitchers right here. We have Clayton Kershaw, Nolan Ryan, Justin Verlander, Madison Bumgarner, and Zach Greinke. So let's go ahead and get into this game. We did get Justin Verlander selected on the mound. This opponent also has Justin Verlander going, so it is going to be a battle of the Justin Verlanders. This guy also has a very good team as well. Pretty similar team to what I have realistically. I mean, we have all four of the same Signature Series cards, and then we also have the same pitcher. I mean, he's got Ichiro out there. Just a very balanced team, very fair, I'd say. Very even squad matchup there. But Tony Gwynn is lining out to center field to start this game off. Now we have Roberto Alomar up with 2 outs in the inning, and I'm going to flare one into left field. That's going to be right to Rickey Henderson out there. He tracks down everything. Rickey Henderson is a beast. And here we go to start the game off facing his Rickey Henderson. He's going to hit a line drive to right field. I have pitched with this Justin Verlander a few times, I think 2 times before this. But I did not perform well enough with the Verlander, and I wanted to make a nice debut with him and try to pitch effectively, at least for the first couple innings, to try and show you guys how effective this card can be when used effectively, when used properly. The slider is probably his best pitch. If you can locate that slider, it has a like in the 90s break with the 90s control as well. If you want to look at Daddy League's website for MLB The Show 19, it does have all of the individual control attributes, break attributes, and just all of the individual pitch selections that each pitcher does have and their stats on that. So I will link the Daddy League's website down in the comments below. You can kind of take a look at some of the pitchers that you use and what their stats are. But in this one, I did get a late jammed hit right there with Pablo Sanchez. It's unfortunate for the opponent, but honestly, I'll take anything possible. Playing this close to World Series, I don't know if this specific game will get me into World Series, but nonetheless, I do have to win it. I'm making a push towards World Series. I could arguably be there already. I've taken a couple tough losses and lost by 1 run a few times. But here with José Reyes, I thought I got all that one. I thought it was going to be a no-doubt home run when it hit the ball off the bat right there. But anyway, I was a little early. It was early okay or early good contact, and I was only able to advance with the sacrifice fly there. Then the opponent did go ahead and throw a cutter on the inside corner. I tried to hold up my swing with Lindor, but I did look pretty foolish on that swing. Went around for the strikeout and stranded those 2 guys on base there. Ensuing inning, Frank Thomas comes up. I missed my spot there with the fastball up and in. I threw it over the middle of the plate, still up in the zone, but the opponent is going to hit it up the middle. I almost got a double play, though. Facing Roberto Alomar, I did almost get a double play there. He is able to beat it out. He ended up stealing second. And now with the cutter inside to Ichiro, Frank Thomas is a brick wall over there. He makes the play at first base. Now we have Justin Verlander making his debut at bat for the YouTube channel. So let's see if we can get something going. I've already had 1 hit with Verlander in a previous game I used him. But he is going to square that one up and send it out to deep left field. That's going to be off the base of the wall. 1 bounce off the wall for a double for Justin Verlander. And Verlander is probably the worst hitting pitcher that I've used, but that one was hit pretty hard. I mean, squared up. Good with 94 exit velocity from a pitcher with like 1 contact, 1 power, maybe even 0. But anyway, we did get him to third base. Now I'm just looking to do a job with Rickey Henderson. Anything will do. I need a nice flare into center field or into the outfield, and that's exactly what happens. I mean, nice late jammed hit that just gets over the infielder's head, and I mean, he's playing in. It gets over the outfielder's head even in Ichiro, and that's going to be a triple. There's a very lucky hit there. I was gifted a nice run, and that could have easily been a fly out to second base or in middle infield, and they make the play. But I was able to get another run there with Roberto Alomar. Any runs in this situation, I'm trying to take advantage of. I mean, in a game for World Series, I'm playing for like 160,000 stubs at this point, and I really need to be aggressive. There, I'm trying to take the extra base, do a hit and run. That pitch was too low and outside. I couldn't make contact with it, and I got thrown out trying to steal. But anyway, we do have Frank up at the plate, and that was a pitch inside. Very good pitch from Verlander. I mean, to face him and to use him in this game, it's a nice look. I want this type of thing to happen where it would be a Verlander matchup where you guys can see how the opponent is using him in my at-bats and then how I'm looking to attack his hitter as well. But he has Verlander up at the plate. I'm going with the 12-6 curve. to try and get the confidence up, and he does get a base hit there just out of reach of José Reyes, and Verlander was hitting the ball pretty well in this game for both of us. I mean, he got a base hit. I had a double earlier. I'm just looking to keep his 99 speed Rickey Henderson off the base pass there. Fly ball to right field. That's going to be clutch. Now we have José Reyes up, and José Reyes is a really underrated card. I mean, this card is amazing. Hits righties even pretty good. There was I was getting out of the inning. I thought there was less than 2 outs. I was looking for the double play, but there was 2 outs, and similar situation, going for another double play. Chipper Jones beats it out though, 44 speed. He kind of gets out of the box pretty quickly. But this Roberto Alomar definitely could have hit that ball off the wall, hit it for a double extra base hit, but Tony Gwynn tracks it down out there in right field. Definitely a nice play from Tony Gwynn. He follows it up with a double of his own, and that ball is hit pretty well. I'm going to look to extend to third base. I'm looking to advance, 89 speed. Roberto Alomar gets the ball in rather quickly, and without a hook slide, a feet first slide, he guns him out in Tony Gwynn. So unfortunate there. I would have liked to get the guy to third base. You never really want to make the last out at third base anyway. Kind of a dumb decision, but I am looking to be aggressive and score as many runs as I can, especially with only a 2-run lead. 50 pitches or so through 5 innings with Verlander. He's definitely pitching well. I mean, I'm looking to get a nice outing from him. I already had some guys warming up in this situation because I did have him on a short leash. I was giving up some early runs. The first time I used Verlander, I gave up a couple early runs, and I felt like that wasn't the best debut. I mean, his confidence was down. I wanted to see how he would get through the game, pitching well to start with, get his confidence up a little bit on a few of his pitches, and see how really effective he is. I bought both Rickey Henderson and Alomar off the market for about 80K stubs. There, Rickey hits a no-doubter. Definitely worth it for those 2 guys. But the reason why I brought that up is because I picked Verlander for my 3rd inning program. And I want to make sure, before I lock all 3 of those guys in for the 4th inning voucher, I want to make sure that this Verlander is good. So I did have him on a short leash, but at the same time, he's my favorite pitcher right now in the MLB that still plays. He's been my favorite. I'm a huge Tigers fan. I want to use that card, but if he's not going to pitch well for me in this game, or I'm not going to be able to use him, then I'm just going to sell him. There's no sense in me keeping that amount of stubs on my bench or even off my squad if he's not in the rotation. But at 99 Verlander, I have to use that card. I mean, I think he's going to be a very good pitcher. I started off slow with that Madison Bumgarner, and I figured that this could be a similar thing where I start off slower with Verlander. I have to get used to knowing how to pitch with him and knowing how to use him. There, José Reyes makes one heck of a play on Tony Gwynn. That would have been a nice base hit to start off that inning. Now we're in the bottom of the 7th inning. I was really trying to get this 12-6 curve up, but as you can see, I mean, all of my pitches have pretty good confidence on the individual pitches, but this fastball up and away, I kind of sped up his bat a little bit. The opponent hit a no-doubter. I should have stuck with the changeup and the 12-6 curve, maybe that slider to Frank Thomas, but I did throw the fastball. He pulled it early good on the outside pitch and sent it out. But it is a 2-1 game. Actually, 3-1 game. I did hit that homer with Rickey, so 3-1 game. That was a big run because the opponent did respond with a run of his own. So anytime you score a run, you're trying to put up a shutdown inning and put up a 0, and that's what I'm looking to do. I mean, as we move later into this game, the more outs I'm able to get with Verlander, the easier it is for me to string my bullpen together if he does not go the entire game. And especially playing this close to World Series, you want to have your closers like Goose Gossage, your best closers. That Trevor Hoffman would be nice to have. I'm approaching gold level 40, so I will be trying to get that guy. But there, I threw the cutter over the middle of the plate, and I got messed up with my feedback there. I missed the hoop to the left. I threw it over the middle, and this opponent made me pay. He did not miss it. He hit a double off the wall. I'm just glad that the ball stayed in the yard. He did go ahead and bring in Signature Series Adam Dunn off of his bench and got that base hit. Change up low and away. He pulled it just out of reach of the second baseman and blooped in there for a hit. Luckily, I went to Roberto Osuna. I got the double play ball with that slurve right there. I couldn't leave Verlander in any longer. I figured that Osuna was going to have to close this one out, at least this 8th inning, and he does get the job done. He gets all 3 outs in the inning, and that's going to leave it up to the 9th. I mean, top of the 9th inning, I'm looking to expand my lead. I already have 2 outs in the inning, but a nice base hit from José Reyes extends the inning. It brings up Lindor with a chance to hit a double into the gap and score another run. That's all I'm really thinking about right here. I'm not trying to steal, even though I am facing a Chapman. I'm looking to send one into the gap, and that's what happens, but he tracks it down out there. If that ball gets down, that's easily a run, but now I have to look to close this game out. I hung that slurve with Johnny Venters. Tony Gwynn tracks it down out there. I got extremely lucky with that pitch. It was a just late slurve, and he hung it. It was up in the zone. I don't know how that happened. Similar pitch right there with Goose, but a 3-1 slurve. He's not really looking to swing there. He's looking to try and get a guy on base and look to walk this game off. I threw another slurve. It was over the middle of the plate, and I struck out Frank Thomas. Just a crazy out right there. And then the following batter, Chipper Jones, is going to flare one into left field. We get the win, 3-2, and that does put us at 21 points, exactly 900 rating. This opponent was also playing for the World Series. He was at 899 rating, so I do feel bad for him. Hopefully he can get to World Series, but I really wanted to get there. I mean, I had struggled a little bit early on in the season. I finished at like 20-10. My ERA was like a 5. My average was like a 350. It's just a lot of these games I played were tough. High-scoring games. I lost a lot of one-run games. But here we go. We got the World Series nameplate. The 3rd time of the season we made it to World Series. I have my streak going from MLB The Show 17, and I'm looking to continue it on. There I picked the Matt Williams, and I did go ahead and sell him for 161,899 stubs, and I locked in those other 3 third inning program bosses for the 4th inning voucher, as that is coming out pretty soon here. There we get a gold card, Tommy Pham. But I will be locking those guys in, getting the program stars, trying to get that 4th inning boss immediately, try to sell them for the rewards and the stubs that way. But just want to say thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys missed my previous video, I was talking about the Tops Now moments, the new cards with that, along with the Player of the Month cards. Definitely check that out. But I'm College Lefty. If you're new, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.